The very sad truth about addicts is that it is very dependent on their support system if they are able to get help and afford rehabilitation, and if they have that support system to support them in the early stages of recovery. I don't appreciate the insinuation that I don't have empathy for addicts. You really don't know anyone's own personal struggle, right? Before you're just blanket saying that I don't have empathy like for addicts. Or, even my personal experiences, right? With people in my circle, within my family, things like that. I do have empathy for addicts. But show me the boots on the ground. Show me the rehab programs where people are coming and helping to rehabilitate the people that are creating dangerous situations within our society, that are creating an unsafe environment for innocent bystanders. There is no existing solution, because within a stone's throw of my house, I could hit 10, 15 addicts. In fact, I know where they congregate. In fact, I know where they deal to each other. It's like there is known drug activity, and the city has started to allow it because we're so against imprisoning, and we're so against catching people up in the system. And there's no viable existing alternative solution. I think that by me saying I support like these people getting charged with the crimes that they're actively committing, that there's an insinuation that I don't support rehab programs, or that I don't support funding for like hospitals and things like that. But the truth of it is that there is no existing solution. There's no militia in the streets that are picking people up when they're cattywampus, Fenty folding and randomly attacking or defecating or whatever the hell else that they're doing because they're out of their right mind. There's no boots on the ground. There's no one to lead them to the solution. There's no one to say, hey, you're homeless, you're addicted, here's a bed, and even if they were, like, these people are drug addled, they are drug addicted. Because they have the resources, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to take that opportunity, because there are plenty of state funded programs. There are plenty of opportunities for people that are addicted or experiencing homelessness that are not able to reach those programs, right? And there is an infrastructure and institutional issue. What I'm saying is that these issues exist, right? There's no infrastructure to support these people at the level at which they are plaguing our society, at the level in which they are plaguing and affecting the community in Seattle, in Los Angeles, in a lot of the big cities. And I'm starting to see it within my home city of Charlotte. There was a recent murder from someone who was a violent criminal on our light rail system. And excuse me, that I think that the existing solution that we have is charging these people. When I see someone who is so disorderly, and I see someone that is like, I'm actively clutching my pearls walking by, I'm like, where is the security? Where is the police? Where is someone to do something about it? But we've become so like, oh, the system, the industrial complex. Like, yes, these issues exist. Like, yes, our prisons like have issues. There needs to be programs within our prisons to support addicts. There needs to be better programs. But until that happens, like, these people are committing crimes. These people are disorderly. Like, I don't think that we should just be saying like, oh, well, there's no better solution and these systems are oppressive, so we're just going to like endanger the contributing population of society for the benefit of these people to use drugs freely. When I was living in Seattle, I was disgusted by the amount of needles littering the street and the amount of people that were openly using and consuming drugs, because we're like treating these people like their right to use drugs is more important than contributing members of the society to live in a safe environment. So that's why I say charge them. That's why I say get them off the street. If there is no existing other solution, use the solution that we have to make people feel safe. You know, it's not going to solve the issue of the industrial prison military complex or, you know, whatever, but it's going to make me immediately feel safer while I'm trying to go to work, while I'm trying to exist in society. Like, I don't see why I have to sacrifice my safety for people who are actively committing crimes and choosing to use drugs. We all have the opportunity every day when we wake up to not be addicted to drugs. Like, there is so many people, so many success stories that I've personally got to hear through NA, through members that of my family, through like people that I know personally that have overcome addiction. You know, like, of course people need resources and support, and not everyone has the same opportunity, but like, come on, like, it is an individual's choice to get fucking high. It is an individual's choice. Like, an addiction is a disease. Addiction is an affliction of the mind. It is a very strong compulsion, and we need rehabilitation and support, but ultimately you're committing a crime. Okay? So I'm at a loss, right? I want to support people who are going through addiction, but ultimately I want to feel safe, and that's of a higher priority for me. So I don't know if that makes any sense, if that seems harsh, but it's really just how I feel about it. So